In this review, we're going to look at the Nanoleaf lighting system from the point of view of DJs. This is the Nanoleaf lighting system you can see in the bottom of your screen now. This is set up on our workbench here with our DJ gear. Normally this is a system you would set up on your wall, so it's a wall lighting system. It's Wi-Fi smart lighting. So if you're a DJ and you're looking for cool lights to have in the background of your live streams, of your mixed recordings, at home, because this really is a home system with kind of one exception that I'll touch on in a minute, this is something you should definitely look at. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you what it is, how it works, and then we'll talk through the various ways you can use these with music as a DJ home kind of club lighting experience, but in your living room or your studio, or your bedroom or whatever. By the end of it, you'll be sure whether this is the right thing for you. It's quite unique, but it's not cheap. So you've got to make the right decision here. As always, if you like this, do join Digital DJ Tips. Links are underneath. Okay, so essentially what we have here, and I'll go to the overhead shot now so you can see them clearly, is a very cool Wi-Fi wall lighting system. Now I've clipped these together in the pattern you can see here, but you can clip them together in any pattern you want. I've simply made them fit the space I had on my desk. And you can buy as many as you want and clip them all together. It gets quite expensive quite quickly, but you could cover whole walls in these things if you wanted. This is a triangle starter pack, which comes with a controller that you need to make them work, and it's 2 expansion packs of hexagons. It's a few hundred to get what you see here, and as I say, the price will get higher. So they work with your Wi-Fi. You need to get these set up on your home Wi-Fi, and preferably a home automation, like HomeKit or whatever you've got in your home to control this stuff. And that means that you get proper control through the app that comes with it, which we'll look at in a minute as well. But they do need home Wi-Fi. They do need to be on a Wi-Fi network that your phone, your Android phone or your iOS device, whatever, is on the same Wi-Fi to control them. So they're not going to be a good solution for DJs who want to just set up a mobile panel of lights and take to a gig with you, because you'd have to hack something together to make all that work. So it's designed for the home. You will have seen these on TikTok. You'll have seen these on Instagram if you're on those social media platforms, because they are very, very popular. They're about 10 years old now, these lights, and they're used by by vloggers and so on. But when it comes to DJing, they're especially good. And so I'm going to concentrate on the DJing side of this now. So to start with, setting them up is reasonably easy. I set these up in probably half an hour. There was a little bit of messing around with the Wi-Fi network and Apple HomeKit, because I'm using them with iOS, to get it to all work, but essentially get them on the same Wi-Fi network and you shouldn't have a problem setting them all up. They do come with an app. So this is what the app looks like. It comes with an app that lets you control them, and I'm going to show you in a minute how this app works with using music, which is really, really cool. Because the first way to use these with music, I've got some music set up here, is simply to use sound to light, because they've got really good sound to light built in, so you don't need to do anything else. So the music's playing now, and on the app I can select a sound to light scene. And a scene is basically a set of lights that are set of colors that are gonna work, and a type, and in this type it's flashing to music. So this one here, pop rocks, with a little music note by it. As soon as I turn that on, the lights do their thing with the colors that were selected there on pop rock. And honestly, it's very, very impressive. So there's loads of these. There's Prism. Let's select Prism and see what that one looks like. This looks like a slow builder. There we go. There's more colors coming in now. As I say, there's loads of them. Waterfall. This looks like a watery type effect. And you can also select kind of sets of scenes, so you can have it cycle through all these sound to light scenes as well, which is really, really cool. It just means that you've got instant light show behind you, and honestly, that might be all you ever need. But there's more, and this is where it gets really interesting for DJs, because if you use engine DJ equipment, now the one that everyone is loving is this one here, the Numark Mixstream Pro. This is a standalone DJ controller. It's got a screen built in, and you don't need to use any computer to make it work. You don't have to own any music to make it work. You just turn on go onto your Wi-Fi network, log into your Tidal account or other streaming accounts that are available on it, and you've got music, you can start DJing. Even got speakers built in. This has been a bit of a phenomenon in home DJ world. This thing can directly control the lights that we're looking at here. So with a Engine DJ is what you're looking for, an Engine DJ equipped DJ system, you can do that. Now I've got one set up here. This is the Prime Go from Den & DJ, which also has Engine DJ built into it. And in this system, you can set up lighting. So lighting is controlled here. And this can now flash along to the music, but actually it listens to the music a bit better than Sound to Light does. And you get lots of controls, like the different light colors, white, blackout, strobe, and so on. And this works with Nano. The Nano, you can see my Nano lights are here. It's even showing me the configuration I've got, which Nano lights are very good at. But once you've got that linked in to the same Engine DJ equipment that you're using for, on the same Wi-Fi network that you're using for that, once it's all linked in, it just sees it, you press enable, and you've got a lot of control there. So when you're DJing on a live stream with your cameras and the lights up behind you, you can quickly strobe, you can quickly switch colors, you can quickly black everything out, and have a lot more control than you do with Sound to Light. Although the Sound to Light is very good because you get all those scenes and you can join them together. So you can get quite an immersive light show going just with the app, without, which of course means with any DJ equipment. But should you happen to have Engine DJ equipment such as the Mixstream Pro or the Den & DJ Prime Go or the other controllers, the other DJ systems that work with that, you're going to find it even more fun. But it gets even better than that for a certain, admittedly small number of DJs. Because another way of controlling DJ lights, and now we're not just talking about lights like this, but you know, everything up to the very biggest lights that you can get. Another way of controlling lights is a clever system called Sound Switch. Now Sound Switch works with your laptop or again with Engine DJ equipped stuff. You need a special lead to go between the laptop and the kind of standard lights if you're going to control standard lights. But with these, you don't need that. It's all on Wi-Fi. Sound Switch works off your laptop, off Engine, as I said, but also you can get hardware that works with it as well. That's a little controller for controlling a light show with this. Now, the reason that this is interesting is that Sound Switch is much, much, much more powerful than everything I've talked about so far. You can literally have light shows to go with individual songs and individual parts of songs. And if you scratch those songs or stop those songs, the light show stops and does the same thing with you. So it's really, really powerful, and it's way beyond the reach of most DJs, especially if you're DJing just at home on live streams and stuff. The two ways of controlling it I've just talked to you about will be fine. Controlling this with your app that comes with it, with Sound to Light, or if you're lucky enough to have a system like this one here, or any Engine DJ equipped system, then you get more control there. That's going to be fine. But if you happen to run or work in a venue where you've got some kind of control over what they spend money on, and you think it's a good idea to install these in a venue, well, you could have a wall of these lights and Sound Switch and Engine DJ equipment in a venue, and then you would have what could be a real, you know, everyone in town would notice how good the light show was and how flexible it was if you programmed that properly. So it's potentially possible to have a very, very powerful Sound Switch enabled Engine DJ powered system with these lights in a venue. But you can't really do that as a mobile DJ because they do need to be linked to a Wi-Fi network, which typically would be the one you have at home. So unless you want to hack a Wi-Fi network together to make this work, that goes out on the road with you, probably not the best solution. Also, these are quite they're very durable once they're up on the wall, but otherwise they're quite fiddly, and you wouldn't really want to be risking these, putting these up and taking them down every time you played a gig. The little connectors that join them together are quite flimsy, and the idea is you connect them all up in your pattern, you stick them on the wall, and that's done. Now, there are a couple of other things that make these especially good for DJ live streams when you're using cameras like I am. So you can see when I switch to the overhead camera there, you know, my hands are dark, the camera's reacting and it's turning down the light in order for these not to completely blot out and just completely override the camera's sensor. And that's very normal with cameras and webcams and the kind of thing live streamers would use. However, The good thing about these is that you get that brightness where you can turn the brightness down so that they're flashing. You see that's very, very low there. Or I can go the other way and make them so bright that everything else in the room dims out, right? So you can get this right so that the balance between you and the lights in the background looks great on your live stream. I really love seeing that brightness control there. But also you can probably also see they're pretty flicker free. You're not getting, there's a little bit of a strange line there. I'm not really sure what in our setup is introducing that. But look, compared to most of the filming we do, where trust me, we get awful flicker and we have to really mess around with frame rates and so on to try and make DJ controllers and other LED lights look good. These are brilliant. These behave really well. So I would wager that on your cameras that you want to use for your live streams, you're not going to get any flicker on these, which is probably one of the reasons why they've been so popular since lockdown, really, with DJ, well, not with everyone who does live streaming. So from a DJ point of view then, these are great for a couple of reasons. To recap, one, they are brilliant out of the box with sound to light. No problem at all. They're going to look great. The scenes they provide, you can program your own, will all look amazing. Much better than any other lighting that we've tried for the home, like for instance, Philips Hue, that can also be controlled by various apps to flash with your music, but nowhere near as impressive as this. But if you happen to own a DJ system that's engine DJ powered, and it could be the Mix Stream Pro or something else, then you get an extra layer of control as well. And so for the home, that is the absolute ultimate. Link this up with an engine DJ powered piece of equipment and you could really go to town and have a fantastic light show that you've got complete control over, which is quite easy to do while you're actually DJing because it's all there on the same panel. We really like these. They're not cheap. You know, it's a big investment to get a big set of these. This isn't massive here, and this is probably 300-400, I think, for what you can see here. But that said, they are the top quality that you would expect at that price. They're a lot of fun, and I've just touched what they do. Literally touched it. See this? You can have these not only change color when you touch them, but you can also have them control other things in your home, which is mind-boggling and outside the scope of this. It's a very intriguing system and especially good if you're a DJ. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Any questions, do ask underneath. If you love the vibe of our channel, do join as well. Subscribe to the channel, sure, but better off go to digitaldjtips.com/join. We'll give you a free copy of our book, Rock the Dance Floor, which is the #1 guide on how to DJ on Amazon, just for joining up, and it's free. So go to digitaldjtips.com/join. But meanwhile, this has been Phil in the Digital DJ Tips studio with the Nanoleaf lights saying, get good, get out there and make the moments. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now.